a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And
I'm assuming that Ben's a pretty smart player. I'm assuming he has good sideboards. He probably just has a decent amount of Leyline of the Voids for it, though.
yeah,
Which, game one, though, yeah, totally Saban favored.
yeah. Shimmick, I feel like Shimmick wins in the sideboard matchup.
Yeah, I feel like Inverter's not the best sideboarded deck. Like it's just good cards.
Well,
basically.
it's almost like Storm. You know, like it's hard to take out some cards because it just fuels your combo. And
well, so basically with the Inverter list that I've seen, that's not necessarily true because the cards in your sideboard are versions of the cards in your deck already that are just better statted, like the Mystical Disputes and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
like it's just like 1-for-1 exchanges to have a better matchup. Like the deck doesn't change that much in between, but it's just like cards.
And here we go, saving on the play shows an island
with Choked Estuary.
Thoughtseize for Shimmick.
Opt.
Keeps it. Dig through time, Fatal Passage, Swamp, Drown Catacomb, Fatal Push, and Island. Takes the Dig through time.
Left with 4 lands and
a Fatal Push. But hey, Fatal Push is online for 4 or less with a Fatal Passage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that that's something to look at. Something to be positive about that hand.
If the only thing Saban can do when 4 CMC or less matters is play a Fatal Push, I don't think he's winning.
You drew.
No, honesty.
Drew Thassa's Oracle?
Hey, that's good.
Right?
Right to the bottom, both of them.
Yep.
No doubt. 2 lanes.
2 lands. Don't need them. Looks like Shimmick's at Island into play now. Jace, Abrupt Decay.
That's pushable, baby.
That is. Get it.
Oh, excuse me.
Get in for two. Margrave, the draw for Shimmick. Shocks and plays a Murderous Rider. Oh, just plays Murderous Rider, not Swift Ending, which is fine. I feel like Swift Ending.
Yeah, Swift Ending doesn't do anything really.
I mean, it takes him off to Devotion, but I don't think he really cares.
No.
Failed push the Murderous Rider. Thoughtseize was the draw. We get another peek at Saban's hand, which is just Swamp and Fable Passage.
We top decks like a legend, so it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, it does look like you put the Murderous Rider in the graveyard. Thank you very much for that.
Saban does have an Inverter Truth of it in his hand.
That could have actually been very, very relevant with Delirium. Yeah, really good catch. Thank you.
Traverse the Ulvenwald. I can't
Traverse the Ulvenwald.
Thank you. Words are hard for me sometimes.
Works, yay. Fair.
but very relevant. Now, I think Saban only has to take him off of 1, but he doesn't have to leave. Land, instant, creature, sorcery. Oh, so he's 1 short because you need 5.
It's 4.
4? Oh. But you play the land. Wait, where did the swamp come from? I mean the island. The
what
forest.
Are we talking about? Did he play that for turn?
Yeah, it just looked weird because I think he
put it to play tapped or something.
Yeah.
We're so great.
But it searches up Oro for it. Draws another transverse.
Fun fact for everybody: before the tournament started, in our local Magic the Gathering Facebook page for our Green Bay area, Saban asked if anybody had any Uros he could borrow for the event, and by saying that, I knew instantly he wasn't playing them. He was just trying to psych people out like he always does. He is tricky.
Hey, that's my game.
He's a tricky guy.
Saban's just on that mind. He's trying to next level out here, you know?
Horse is untapped. I don't believe he put anything into play with a Euro. That was just the 4s he tapped with the.
It just looked. I think he put the transverse like in front, then played the land and tapped. I think it was just a little weird sequencing that he did, but that's why I probably got confused. But yeah, no, everything's where it needs to be, and everything's fine here. So Thoughtseize for Shimmy, going to take the Inverter Truth, leaving Saban with just a Fatal Push in hand. And Shimmick still has Transverse here.
I'm wondering if there is a limit of how long a player can take writing down cards. Because when you are able to, like, look through an opponent's library or something, you can't write their whole deck.
No. They will not give you any time. Actually, I had a judge call at States one time. This was a couple years back. I was watching one of my friends play, and the guy proceeded to write down the cards and how many copies of each card. And the judge made a ruling that he's given a reasonable time to look through, but he's not going to be given time to write.
So
you can write it down from memory, but
the reason I was saying it was because on the SEG, like recently, like the judges permitted people to write down the graveyard when an Inverter was on the stack. So I was just wondering if they changed the ruling or something, because their graveyard becomes their library. So I was just wondering.
Graveyard, I feel like Graveyard's a little bit more different because it's been public information for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
assuming it's a different ruling because people were writing, but I was wondering if their graveyard was 50 cards and they played an Inverter, they're obviously not going to allow you to write the whole thing.
No,
so it's a little weird.
I think at that point it just comes down to judgment call for the judge.
Yeah, I believe that's what it is.
Giving a reasonable time.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you you as a prospect of a judge here coming up?
Well,
what would you do? What would you call?
For I don't know. Honestly, a graveyard above like 15, I'd probably say you can't write. But underneath that, you can start writing because these lists, a lot of the Inverter lists don't play like Dig Through Time and whatnot because they want cards to be in their graveyard. Yeah. So you can theoretically be starting to write the cards that go in the graveyard when they happen. So I definitely would not permit too much time because this is something you could have been writing in your notes. Like
something that you could have been knowing
you could have been
as
doing
it
the whole
goes.
time.
Yeah. And I mean, even Saban has his graveyard
sprawled out. See everything.
Yeah. So like right now, Shimmick could be just writing it down if he really wanted to.
If he really cared, yeah.
Yeah. Saban appears to be flooding out just a tad right now. Just ripping land after land. Still stuck with that. Well, not really stuck with the Repticating hand. Still pretty good, but
the Uro being in play is just what's gonna break a standstill immediately.
Oh yeah, gaining 3 life, drawing a card. Can't.
Playing an additional hand if you want.
And he will. He's got a Fatal Push in hand. Love that promo art. Probably one of my favorites of the promos.
I think my favorite promo is Essence Extraction. It's just honestly gorgeous looking.
Oh, I lied. Jace's
Ingenuity?
Ingenuity is my favorite promo.
That is actually amazing. I love that artwork.
Just straight up lied right away because I forgot about that card.
I forgot about that one too. No, that's my favorite. that artwork is just amazing.
There is a playmat of it.
Yeah.
But I think the one time I looked for it, like, on, like, a secondhand thing, it was, like, $90. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, it is.
I don't want to play Matt that much. What's the name of this, Jace? I can't.
Wheeler of Mysteries?
Wheeler of Mysteries.
Hey, those are two good cards.
Yeah, those are very good rips for saving here. Censor.
Replicate can't get the Jace, which is really relevant, but Combat can.
Yeah. Censor a. I think that was a Thought Erasure as well amongst them.
Thoughts Oracle. I don't think he honestly wants any of them.
And
yeah, you about him.
Thassa's Oracle met with the Replicate that Shimmick's hand in hand. Oro going towards the Jace. Rain Maggot coming for Sabin. Looked like a Fatal Push and a... Oh, shoot. 2 mana, 1/1. Yep, there it is. Satyr Wadefinder. Fatal Passage to hand.
It looks like he did not choose to play his land for turn. He had an Uro trigger and he put a land into play off of it. Not using his actual land for turn, but hey, it'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, hard to keep track sometimes when you get to play extra lands.
True.
I know sometimes I've missed land drops deep in the game where I just don't want to play land just in case I may have thought I've played a land already. It's going to be the Inverter here.
So Jason choose Thassa's Oracle for win cons in the graveyard right now?
Yep. And then he has also got 2 Fatal Pushes, 2 Ops, 2 Fable Passage. It might be a third Opt, and a Dig Through Time.
It's pretty good.
Yep, 3 Ops.
One thing I don't like about Inverter is once you play one, really tough to shuffle if you're
yeah,
you can't, and it really matters. Like
you cannot get a good shuffle on that at all.
No. So like if I'm his opponent, I always just pick it up and
I would
shuffle. Yeah,
if I was saving, I'd do a little pile shuffle even just to, because it'll take you half a second. Yeah.
Just establishing life totals.
I really like the inclusion of Rain Maggot for the enchantment.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. He's also running...
Rain Maggot's just a good card.
Yeah. He's also running Corsair Grufix as another enchantment. Those are the only 2 enchantments I saw watching this game during round 1. Kind of interested in seeing if he's got any more in his deck that I just didn't see, because obviously those were post-board games, so there's a chance they cited them out.
8 down to 4. Only on the Last Hope.
Yeah, Last Hope, and I do believe that's a Murderous Rider as well in his hand. And I'm assuming Thassa's Oracle checks Devotion at Resolve.
On resolution, yep.
Mills a Satyr Wayfinder and a Murderous Rider. It's gonna get a Scavenging Ooze. I like that. I mean, Ooze just
Scoops it up.
yeah represents more damage. Game 1 going Sultai Delirium. Black Blue Inverter just get mana. Just had too much mana.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do.
It's a good game 1 though.
Yeah, it could have went either way. So another Ooze coming in for sure for Shimmick. Some Mystical Disputes coming in. Another Brain Maggot. So all I got a peek at for Shimmick Sideboard Pan currently. Which, I mean, those cards that I brought in are very good.
Yeah.
I mean, Scavenging Ooze just takes away. Like, Saban just has to answer it before he can actually properly cast the Inverter and set up for a win. Trying to see if Shimmick has any other enchantments in the main.
It's probably a good number. It's probably 2 to 3 Coursers and 2 Brain Maggots. That's a
Yeah.
decent amount.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's fine. I was just curious if you had any more enchantment creatures or anything like that. Because I know the very, very early versions of Sultai Delirium, people were playing the Nissa's Vessel. The enchantment when it comes in, sack it and put 4 cards in the graveyard and choose a creature from it.
Vessel of
Oh, is it?
Decency or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah, that's not Nissa, but Decency, I think it
yeah,
is.
something like that.
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I know very early versions. Of
Yeah, because that was basically. I'm assuming they got inspiration from the list that was in standard at the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Vessel.
Yep, Vessel of Decency.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't think that's where you want to be anymore.
No.
There's
Satyr Wayfinder. The reason they were playing that is because Satyr Wayfinder really was. I mean, it was a good card in standard, but like
Yeah.
Satyr Wayfinder's just honestly so much better. It gets your land, like it makes sure you never miss land drops, and you really don't want to. Well, fueling your strategy, it's just super good.
and gets you a blocker.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see that they started playing 2 mana blue black, or it's blue black instant. Put the top 5 cards in your graveyard, choose a creature, Grizzly Savage.
Grizzly Savage, yep.
They started playing that, which I'm a
That's
big fan.
Black green.
Yeah, black green.
Yep.
Big fan of that card.
Yeah.
I really love the promo of that card. That's also another card that I like the promo of.
Is that alternate artwork or is that the same, just foil?
The same, but the foiling's a lot
Okay,
better
yeah,
than
yeah.
like the set foil.
Mm-hmm. Saban will be taking the play.
Looks like both parties are happy with their 7s. Shock for Shimmick, probably going to be followed up with a Thoughtseize.
Hopefully that's a good start if it is.
Oh no, just Shock to.
Did we see an opt from him last game?
Nope.
Probably a push, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Mystical Disputes in the side?
True.
Yep, Mystical Dispute. Jason, solid card to hit with early on.
Yeah.
Another shock. And pass, and looks like he's holding up a Assassin's Trophy. Yep, Assassin's Trophy is in his hand. He also has a Nissa. 5-mana Nissa.
Multiple 5-mana Nissas.
The new one.
Right.
Plus, target land becomes...
Nissa who shakes the world.
yeah.
I like that Nissa a lot.
Same. It's... Takes over games really
I
easily.
can honestly see them. The reason why I was curious is because Vital Force honestly could see sideboard play in Pioneer pretty easily. And in this list, it would
I wouldn't
be really
doubt it
good.
already have.
Yeah. It's just nice because it can return a permanent card, which is everything you would mill, basically.
Yeah.
Same
Same in...
drawing a card.
Ooh,
That's
Narset.
pretty good.
Jace's going to get met with an Assassin's Trophy.
Honestly, he probably doesn't hate to see that. Puts
No.
the Jace in the graveyard, gets him ahead.
And gets a
He can play
land.
Inverter if he gets it with like
He does have an inverter
protection.
hand.
Yeah, okay.
And he has either 1 or 2 Mystical Disputes in hand as well.
Ooh, baby, the Tireless Tracker with the best land you could drop on 4.
So Saban could land a inverter here if he chooses to. He also has a Thassa's Oracle in hand as well. Yeah, so he does have 2 Mystical Disputes in hand. Emrakul Promised Land.
Sees to start.
That's very good because now
Emrakul. This is the immediate threat. That's land Emrakul.
good guy Shemik gonna just play Revealed. I feel like Inverter here is really aggressive, but also Shemik's not really showing too much either.
I would just play the Inverter. Even without the Mystical Dispute protection for it,
Oh, I mean, yeah.
he will have just a Thassa with 2 Devotion. Like, he only would have put 5 cards back into the library. But, go with that. I guess next turn, I know it's not a win next turn, but it's pretty close.
Well, he found another Thoughtseize, so pretty much just gets back to the point where he was before, just without a,
Mystical Dispute up now.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
bad guy Ryan Saban not showing the Thoughtseize. Some people.
You know, your opponent offers to show Revealed, play Revealed, and you think you'd do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, next turn he can still go the same route. Might be even better if he can draw an on tap land here as well, because then you can also go Thoughtseize.
Oh, I was just saying purely because he would draw his card for turn, and if he had just like Fable Patch, like just anything to draw an additional card, he would win.
Yeah.
Because he could go Narset and Thassa's Oracle in the same play. Look through 4 of the 5 cards that would have been on top.
So Fable Passage, the draw for Saban. Needing Thoughtseize again to get the last unknown. Which was another land. He's going to get his Emrakul, the Promised Land.
Hopefully he has removal for this Tireless Track, otherwise he's going to start putting in work.
Well, I feel like Saban's going to close the door very quickly before the Tireless Tracker gets too far ahead here. And now you can play Inverter with Mystical backup.
clue. Fetch, get a clue, crack clue, I'm assuming. Fetch again.
Yeah, just gonna shortcut here a little bit. Crack another clue. So he's probably. I mean, I guess. I mean, does he need inverter in play after it's done sting? Yeah, so it's just a trump blocker after that. That's what I figured. State of Wayfinder, land, and another tireless tracker for Shimmick in hand. Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, you don't really got much else going on. You know, playing second, get another clue, or get 2 clues now. Yeah, I feel like Tireless Tracker is just the easiest play there.
Cracking another clue. Tyler's tracker's getting out of hand.
It's gonna trade with 1 though, at least, and the other one's gonna get souped up here. Do you know what that last card in Shimmick's hand is? It's 2 lands, a State of Wayfinder. I don't know what the last card is.
I'm not positive.
Oh, Altered Ego?
Unmoored Ego.
Unmoored Ego. We met with a Mystical Dispute.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no. Why would you draw a card there?
There's Shock and play Brain Maggot here.
I have no idea why he would draw a clue there and not just pay the 3. I mean, it would have been followed up by another Mystical Dispute, but it doesn't make any sense to me.
So Jay is Thoughtseize, and Jay is Fence Prodigy. That's a reveal off for Nustet. Going to show that you got a Thoughtseize. Giving this Dawson Oracle a read. Trying to figure out if he can win, and he figured out he can. So game 2 going to Ryan Saban.
1-1.
I think ultimately, Shimmick not paying for the Mystical Dispute doesn't change the game there. Because Saban has had another Mystical Dispute in hand.
Yeah, no, he had both, but I mean, going in blind, there's no reason to not play it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He didn't know he had that in hand, so it's just weird. Because even if he went with the Brain Maggot, it wouldn't stop anything that Saban could have had. At least the Unmoored Ego would be able to name Thassa's Oracle and stop him from winning.
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like Shimmick played very well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that one misplay really changed too much in the math in the end there.
It could have. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It just really could have.
But very good, close game 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Saban doesn't have Inverter there, I think Shimmick can run away with that game.
Yeah.
So here I see a Kalidas, Dampening Sphere in the sideboard for Saban. But decides not to add any more. I do believe Shimmick took a peek at his own sideboard and didn't put anything else in. I think they're both pretty happy with their current sideboard plans. Which, I mean, Saban should have all the reason to be happy with what happened in Game 2. Which, this would be kind of funny if the reverse of what we said was going to happen, where Shimmick will lose Game 1 and then should get 2 and 3.
Yeah, 2 and 3, yeah.
But... yeah, so they're playing for a box today. They got some Return to Ravnica as one of their choices. That's personally what I would choose, is a Return to Ravnica.
I would never choose Return to Ravnica. Well, the other two options are Battle for Zendikar and Kaladesh.
Yeah.
I would choose either of those because it's purely because of Expeditions and Masterpieces.
I'd just choose Return to Ravnica just because there's more cards in that set that I'd want personally. I wouldn't want to roll the dice for, Expedition or Masterpiece.
Okay.
That's just me. But so which one would you choose, though?
Battle for Zendikar.
Battle? Looking for the Expeditions or anything in particular? Or just the Expeditions?
Yeah, the Eldrazi are expensive.
Oh yeah. So, going into Game 3 here, Thoughtseize for Ran Saban, Jace Fin's Prodigy, Grizzly Salvage, Transverse Ulvenwild, and 3 lands for Shimmick. Jace Fin's Prodigy is going to hit the bin. The draw was a Emrakul, the Promised End. Grizzly Salvage coming in. So 2 lands, a Tireless Tracker, Thoughtseize, and an Ego. Choices for Shimmick. I'm going to take the Tireless Tracker here. So your Urborg, Opt, Inverter, I do believe, was one card for Ran Saban. Saban's been getting pretty lucky with these opening hands. They've seemed pretty strong so far.
Except for Game 1.
Yeah, except for Game 1. 2 and 3. Okay, we can get a nice little luck here. Inverter, Opt, Hero's Downfall, another Inverter, Fable Passage, and Jace. Yeah, I still feel like that's still a very strong hand.
Yeah.
I mean, man, the double Inverter, so you don't even want to take it. And you taking the Jace just doesn't do anything either. I think, personally, I would take the Downfall.
Downfall could be good.
Just so I can land my Tireless Tracker without it getting killed.
He decides to take the Jace. Yeah, Tireless Tracker being safe is kind of huge. But he might know that Saban's just playing like a decent amount of removal in the sideboard even, and this Opt can probably find something.
Yeah. But also, I mean, I guess Trevor's thinking, okay, I'll get at least one clue off the...
Yeah.
Which, if he's going off of Game 2, that's all he really wants are the clues, and not so much...
New Reverlet. I didn't see that in his hand. That's nice. You can mill yourself. You can also mill your opponent. If you know the Thassa's Oracle, like if you know his hand and you know he doesn't have a Thassa's Oracle, you can mill your opponent once they Inverter.
So you transverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does have Delirium. Pulls a Scavenging Ooze to the front. I agree with Scavenging Ooze here. Scavenging Ooze just makes Saban's game plan so much harder to get through. And that's going to be his choice. Probably going to be deploying it right away as well. I actually like this play a lot better because Shimmick's line of play was actually just transverse for tough answer, make him downfall the Scavenging Ooze to get his threat on the board clean. So taking the Jace there, that is actually a really nice line of play that Shimmick took there. I like it. I personally would have not seen that line of play at all.
We also didn't see the Ulvenwald in hand. It wasn't revealed information. Like Shimmick was working with something that we didn't know.
Yeah. Oh,
Jace.
Drawing Fatal Push there was actually oh no, that was his unknown card, right? It's very good. So he still has, it's like 2 lands are the unknowns. Drowned Catacomb comes in. Same shifts the turn. Another transverse, the draw for Shimmick. Trying to figure out what to put Sabin on. It's going to resolve. You just get your second ooze, right?
I'm not 100% sure what he completely brought in. Like, there might be merit to take something else, but most likely. Uro, yeah.
Uro.
Has a graveyard full of cards. Also probably just wants to hit and land so we can start doing more than one thing a turn.
Very true, yeah.
Uro really is amazing, though.
Uro can just get you right out of the tough spots. There's been so many times that I've played Uro in a standard match on Arena, and it's just helped me get back into it.
Up to 21.
Mystical Dispute was the draw. Another Uro for a draw. Shimmick. That looks like a Emrakul Promised End.
He has a Mystical Dispute in hand as well, right?
Yep. Shimmick potentially could get you gotcha with Sabin with the Inverter of Truth.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean with the Emrakul, yeah.
Yeah. Which would be kind of sick. I'd like it a lot. But he's going to escape the Uro while still keeping Delirium in his graveyard.
Up to 23, draws a card.
Thoughtseize on the draw. Dig through time.
Probably wants like a Thassa and another Inverter.
Yeah.
Something weird. Might just want lands, honestly, too.
So Mystical Dispute, Fatal Push, and Thoughtseize in 4 lands. Alright, is his Dig Through Time. That is a tough Dig Through Time because he didn't see any of the cards I feel like you wanted to see there.
I want even to see that's another Inverter in hand.
Yeah, he has 2 Inverters.
Thassa's Oracle or a land.
But he finds Fatal Passage and Fatal Push.
That's a really good combination of cards. At least he found the Fatal Passage with the Fatal Push.
Oh, yeah. You get the Uro off the board.
We're just going to be dead regardless. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but he can still hold up another removal spell. Sabin. can hold up another.
Oh, this is in response to the Thoughtseize, so he's going to take one of them probably. Yeah, make him use as much mana as possible with the Fatal Push. Or not the Fatal Push, with the Hero's Downfall.
How cheap can you get Emrakul to Promised End?
In Standard?
Well, right.
Or at Pioneer, yeah.
What is the cheapest you can get it?
7, I believe.
7? So Shimmick's 2 lands away, most likely here. That is a Lane Land of the Void on the draw there. Another Inverter of the Truth for Sabin in hand. So you got Trip Inverter versus a very powerful Delirium hand here. Plays Uro from hand, draw a card, gain 3 life, draws a Transverse.
Yeah. There are 7 types. Yep, 7 permanent types, so 6 mana. Domain is not, or Tribal is not in Pioneer. Neither is Vanguard.
So you can get it to 7 then?
6.
6?
Because it's a 13 drop, right? I believe so.
Yeah, I do believe it's 13. I think you're correct in that.
It is 13, yep.
You can go for a Brain Maggot here. Passes the turn to Sabin. Draws out a Negate. You know, just watching Sabin's body language, it's very hard to make reads on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because even right there, I feel like, you know, he Hollywood a little bit to make the other player think, oh, he's got something in hand that he can play, but realistically, all he's got is a Negate, and so that's just a little something that's kind of cool. You know,
they're an inverter.
Gonna take the Negate.
Sucks that he can't play any of these inverters. He basically is just hellbent.
So your Wayfinder is trying to find his 6th land here. He does the Fatal Passage and a Breeding Pool. He also found a Murderous Rider and can't get a good look at that last card. Draw and go for Sabin. Shimmick gonna get in for the damage when he can here. Ooh. Oh, Walking Ballista. It's in the graveyard. That was the unknown card I couldn't figure out. So he's running the numbers, trying to figure out if he can cast his Emrakul yet.
Line of the Void. Response. Fetch. What's that card in Sabin's hands? Thassa Oracle or Jace. I think this pretty much seals up the deal if it resolves.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen any bounce effects, and I don't think they play any.
Resolves. be a dig through time. Oh, if this is a dig through time, that could be huge. Wow.
So what is he looking for here?
The card's exiled. Thassa's Oracle. Has to be one.
Found another dig. There's
a Thassa's Oracle. Thassa's Oracle in Dispute would be pretty good. Doesn't hit it, but that's still amazing. Wow, if Shimmick doesn't have interaction on 2, the game might just be over.
I don't think he does. I don't.
Top deck guy.
Oh no, he has a Mystical Dispute. I do believe in hand. I do believe Shimmick has a Mystical Dispute in hand. You see what he took at all?
No.
Jace, Thassa, and can't tell. He keeps flicking through his cards too quick. I can't tell.
Narset.
Jace.
Thassa's Oracle. Yep. But Jace gets real bad. Just a looter.
Yep, he does have a Mystical Dispute in hand. So.
That's really good.
Yep, that.
It's coming up on the 5-minute warning, so I will be right back.
Jace playing for Sabin. It's going to be met with a Mystical Dispute here. Sabin will counter it with Mystic. Maybe Sabin's on the mill U plan with the Jace.
With what Jace?
Oh no, he can't flip it. That's right, because he exiled his graveyard to dig through time.
Mm.
Oh, that'd be sick though if he was able to keep his graveyard and be able to get Jace Emblem and we just be like, I'm remilling you now.
Mm-hmm.
36 smackers for
Jace Prince Prodigy, yeah.
I remember when that card used to be worth more than Jace. Shoot.
The Mind Sculptor.
Mind
I don't know how
Sculptor,
you don't know
jeez.
that one. That's
Name's
stressful.
Man, Emrakul, you dead? That's very true.
Is it true?
If he plays Emrakul? Yes.
Yeah.
Because he just cast Inverter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think he has. I don't think he has Enchantment or Planeswalker in Graveyard for Shimmick. I think those are the only 2 he doesn't have.
I don't. Yeah. He would have just slammed it if he did.
Yeah.
Tyler's Tracker, no land, looks like. Oh, look, there's the land. Easy. Tap land, sadly. So currently Sabin has... He used a dispute, right? So
yep,
he has
used
an Oracle.
dispute.
So he needs to find a dispute of his own off of this Narset with a land. Oh, there's a lot of weird things. This doesn't look good for our
You actually can't even
hero.
activate Narset because Shimmick hit it for 1.
Yeah, he can. It's a -2.
Oh, is it -2?
Yeah.
I guess if he wants to give it up, which I guess the passive is not relevant here at all.
Passive
so.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I'm just so used to Narset, just like, oh, the passive's just the best here, so. Yeah, so. Yeah, so.
Honestly, close. This Jace looting is still really relevant, though.
Oh yeah, you can get rid of some of these reverters.
I think Saban would literally need to find a Mystical Dispute off of the Narset and then a land from the Jace to win this. But he would have it. Even through a Mystical Dispute from Shimmick.
Oh, Shimmick did use his Mystical Dispute.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm pretty sure the last card in his hand
Is the Emrakul?
is the Emrakul. So he doesn't even need a Mystical Dispute.
Well, if Saban goes for it, then he should just win here.
Yeah, because he used it to fight over the Vintage Prodigy for... And Saban...
There's a land.
Discards one of the 3.
Ooh, I would definitely use Narset. Yep. Okay.
Yep, cashes
Okay,
it
I was
in.
like, definitely would do that first.
Fabled Passage,
That
Downfall,
definitely seals up
Mystical...
the deal. The dispute. That's all you could need. Even if for some reason he.
Takes Thoughtseize.
Oh.
Thoughtseize is fine. It does the same
I mean,
thing.
yeah, it does the same thing. Yep. Yeah, that should be a win
It's
for
even.
Saban.
I feel like Thoughtseize is even safer because it gets removal spell too. So yeah.
I mean, the removal spell wouldn't matter.
Well,
with
yeah.
With a Thoughts Oracle because
Yeah.
it doesn't do anything. Our hero. It's looking like he's gonna. Prevent.
Wow.
Nice game.
What
Nice.
a close one.
Nice.
Blue Black Inverters.